Hey everybody, Steph here. I've been forgetting to always do my classic vinyl album of the day. It's becoming the classic vinyl album of the month. So I figured I'll just do a dedicated video. I'll do several of these. I'm just using my webcam here on my Surface Pro 4. It's a pretty good webcam, right? Anyway, so here's the vinyl album of the day. This is Lou Reed. Lou Reed, Best of Lou Reed. And I think its biggest song on here would be Walk on the Wild Side. Anyway, one of these. And it's a great song. Now, Lou Reed was a founding member of a very important group called the Velvet Underground from the 60s, I believe. And they influenced a lot of bands. Lou Reed did, and the Velvet Underground. Although that band itself wasn't super popular in terms of their music amount of albums they sold, Lou Reed was. So yeah, I would strongly suggest this album. Here's the vinyl. Very cool. This is not a fancy Japanese pressing. So as a result, this only cost me a couple bucks, but it was really well recorded. Now, here's the thing about vinyl. Now, vinyl, depending on where it's manufactured and how often it's played and so on, will affect the quality of the sound. Although vinyl will always sound richer and better than CD or MP3 just about all the time if you got the right speakers. And the key to it really in terms of the quality of the pressing, I think it has to do with the run rate, meaning when they would create a vinyl, an LP, they'd create literally like a cookie cutter template for the vinyl. And this cookie cutter template was made of metal, and I think it was made of metal most of the times. And they would just like stamp the vinyl as it's going through, boom, 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 boom. But as they were pressing more and more vinyls, the template gets duller and duller and duller and duller, and the sound quality lessens. And in Japan, where they're famous for high quality albums and LPs, I think the big thing that they did was to use, they would throw out the plates after 10,000 pressings. They would press 10,000, throw out the plate, use a new plate. Whereas in North America, they would print up to 75,000. So you were very likely to get one of those pressings, when the plate was really worn down after 50,000 presses, right? Whereas Japan, you'd always get a pretty clean press because they throw out the plate after the cookie cutter after 10,000. And but sometimes this is a Canadian pressing. It must have been an early run, meaning within that first 10,000, because it sounds really amazing. Sounds really clear, as good as any Japanese pressings. If you don't know, Japanese vinyl pressings from the 80s and 70s are highly prized by audiophiles because of the sound quality. So anyway, Lou Reed, this is the best of. You could probably find, I'm sure you could find the stuff on YouTube. Biggest song, I think, of his career is Walk on the Wild Side. Other huge songs, Sweet Jane, White Light, White Heat, Heroin. Heavily influenced many bands, including David Bowie. And in fact, David Bowie worked with Lou Reed, but David Bowie was very much a fan of Lou Reed's. And even Kurt Cobain, they covered one of their songs, one of Lou Reed's songs, Cobain did in some tracks that were released after Cobain passed away. So anyway, Lou Reed, big time important artist that affected a lot of musicians, though the Velvet Underground, the band where he originally came from, didn't sell too many albums, but he had some huge hits, the biggest one being Walk on the Wild Side, which is an amazing tune. All right, that's my album of the day. Bye-bye.